There is a long history in this country of African Americans and Latinos being stopped by law enforcement disproportionately. And that's just a fact. And even when there are honest misunderstandings, the fact that blacks and Hispanics are picked up more frequently and oftentimes for no cause casts suspicion even when there is good cause. And that's why I think the more that we're working with local law enforcement to improve policing techniques so that we're eliminating potential bias, the safer everybody's going to be. The safer everybody's going to be. The safer everybody's going to be.
2 police officers have gone on trial in the U.S. accused of beating to death a homeless man as he cried out for help.
A police shooting of a 68-year-old ex-Marine.
Kenneth Chamberlain Sr. was the U.S. war veteran who fell victim to unnecessary deadly police force.
The police were grabbing people for absolutely no reason, crushing them on the pavement and arresting them.
There was no ambiguity. Even with clarity, though, people continued to blame this death on anything but the injustices of a flawed system.
The American police have once again gotten away with another crime against the American people they are sworn to serve and protect.
Brutality, I would say, is much deeper than just police brutality. I think that overall, as a race, it's a human race. We have to just protect each other. And it can't be black, it can't be white. We got to come together as Americans.
I think that people need to understand that, yes, they are law enforcement officers. However, there's an extent to which they should exceed their power or exercise their power.
You know, you could still totally see cases and scenarios that it's happened. So, I mean, yeah. I would agree as well, but I think that race does have a factor. In most cases, unfortunately, it's just never shown to the public, or at least now it's being more and more prevalent, but it's never really been a factor that it's going to be shown to everybody, because they don't want to show that there's priority in society, or there's always a preference in society. So it's a little unfortunate, but it's just how it is now, I guess. It's kind of hard to live in that society, knowing that people are going to be viewed by the color of their skin or how they act or how they dress.
There's a lot of police brutality, that was known in the media in the past couple of days, after a couple of months. It just calls for a big transformation on the police force. Officers should take different tactics to go about comprehending potential suspect.
You know, police brutality isn't nothing new. I don't think that it's really as big as people are making it seem, because it's been here. If anything, we need to focus on destroying it and not acting like this is something new. Just because it's on the news, like that's for ratings. They're gonna put the riots on the news because they're gonna get ratings, but they're not gonna put the peaceful protests on the news, or they're not gonna put, how many black people are graduating from Ivy League schools, and how many kids are getting scholarships nowadays, whether they be academic or athletic, because that doesn't get ratings. So I think people need to take their focus off the news and come together as communities and help one another, and then everything will be all right.
Our police officers put their lives on the line for us every single day. They've got a tough job to do, to maintain public safety and hold accountable those who break the law. As they do their jobs in the coming days, they need to work with the community, not against the community, to distinguish the handful of people who may use the grand jury's decision as an excuse for violence, distinguish them from the vast majority who just want their voices heard around legitimate issues in terms of how communities and law enforcement interact. There is inevitably going to be some negative reaction, and it'll make for good TV. But what we want to do is to make sure that we're also focusing on those who can offer the kind of real progress that we know is possible.